Hey y'all, it's Mandy, and as you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be talking to you about my side effects with each injection site and how they're the same, how they're different. And I didn't realize until I looked back at my notes that with each injection site, there is at least one side effect that I have with that injection site only, which I thought was interesting. So that led me to kind of dive into some research, not like a deep dive. It was just a quick run through. Let me start off by saying I'm not a medical professional, and what I'm going to share with you is just based on the research that I did. You do your own research, take notes, and see how things are different or maybe the same for yourself, because everybody's different. And today I'm going to get, I guess, a little more technical with some things I'm going to say than usual. And I tend not to do that, not because I'm not capable here. I mean, I know some stuff. I have a college degree, and I mean, I'm not like a Sheldon Cooper or anything, but I consider myself to be, smart enough, I guess. But my issue is I kind of fumble getting things from here to here. I tend to maybe not say things correctly, even though it might, in my head, I know what I'm trying to say, but, relaying that to other people is sometimes a struggle for me. So if you feel like, if I sound like I'm reading something to you from my notes, then I am. Because I didn't want to say anything wrong, and I still might say something wrong, but for, just, I don't care if people correct me in the comments or even have a different opinion than me. That doesn't bother me, but there's no sense in being a cranky Karen about it. Just be nice. I mean, I don't know why people have to be so mean on the internet. I'm not that sensitive to stuff like that, but I mean, it's just uncalled for. So again, the side effects that I'm going to talk about are just mine personally. You may not even have the same side effects, but the first thing that I want to talk about is something called bioavailability. The bioavailability of a drug, to be exact. Okay, so this is the actual definition of bioavailability of a drug. Again, I'm going to read it to you. It is the proportion of a drug or other substance which enters the circulation when introduced into the body, and so is able to have an active effect. So basically, it's, the absorption. Wait a second. Somebody's calling. Okay, sorry. I didn't recognize that number, so we don't take those calls. Okay, so basically the bioavailability of a drug is the process from, the absorption when the drug is introduced to the body, the absorption, the steps down to where your body excretes it. And there's 4 steps. Absorption, which I just said, the distribution, the metabolism, and the excretion. The absorption is of course when the drug is administered to the bloodstream. The distribution is the bloodstream to your body's tissues, and your metabolism is how your body chemically modifies a drug, which your liver, and all the things that it just so magically and wonderfully and magnificently does. And then excretion, which is how your body eliminates a drug. some doctors will group, or pharmacists, medical professionals will group 3 and 4 together and call it just drug clearance. But they're basically talking about the same thing. And there are different factors that determine the rate of a drug clearance in the body. It's the drug itself, because, I mean, they're all not created equal. I mean, drugs are different. I don't need to go into that and explain that to you. And the person that the drug is being given to. There's factors as far as that goes. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Okay, so absorption varies depending on how the drug's given. Is it given in liquid form, pill, cream, under the tongue, and all that. And then the patient factors would be like your age, what type of health you're in, your weight, male or female, all those types of things. The quickest rate is intravenous, because it's been given directly into the bloodstream. How they give you an IV, it has to go into a vein. That. Other routes such as oral, topical, sublingual, intramuscular, subcutaneous, they take a little longer to absorb. GLP-1, as you probably know, is subcutaneous injection, which means it goes into your fat, the fat that's just right under your skin. There's not as much blood flow to that area of the body. So that's why even though it's still an injection like the intravenous, it still takes a little longer to absorb and be processed, because it's not going straight into a vein. And something else that I came across that I didn't think about, that I'm going to go ahead and mention, because this is the order in which it is on my notes. I didn't know that, now somebody's texting me, that rubbing your injection site can cause a medication to be absorbed quicker than it's intended to be absorbed. I never knew that. So I learned something new. Excuse me. Hold on. Okay. And so I came across some more information about the different subcutaneous injection sites, which, as we know, is our arm, stomach, and our thigh when we're talking about GLP-1s. And then, of course, if you've ever got a shot at the doctor, you can get that in your hip or your butt sometimes, which I think your hip would be considered muscular. I'm not sure about that, so don't quote me on that, but it would be either intramuscular or subcutaneous. Okay. My phone hasn't went off all morning, but now this is happening. Okay, so what I was trying to say is some factors that affect the rate of absorption with just subcutaneous injections specifically. Not to say that this is not going to, be the same for other types of injections, but subcutaneous obviously is what I'm mainly talking to you about today. And those are volume of the injection, the rate that the injection is given, and the local available space in which the injection is given, the injection site, and body movement, which I had never thought of that before. Okay, so that led me to Google search, I guess you could say, what is the best spot for, or best area for a subcutaneous injection. And it turns out that the internet says The stomach is usually the area that has the fastest rate of absorption for a subcutaneous injection. I didn't know that. Then the arm, then the thighs. I would have thought the arm, because usually there's less fat there than, and layers of all the things on the arm than there is the stomach. But I was wrong according to the Google website that I looked at. Well, I looked at several. And I didn't think about body movement playing a factor or being a factor, which, you know, would be the same. Like if you give yourself your injection in your stomach, rubbing it, I mean, that can be, I guess, fall along the lines of under the same umbrella as like body movement. But, you know, because you are like messing with the site, okay? The injection site is what I'm trying to say. But I feel like your arms and legs, you're going to have more body movement than your stomach. But I don't know. I'm just telling you what I read on Google. That has not been the case for myself as far as when I start to notice side effects after an injection site. I went back. I told y'all in the last video, I think it was, that I had already started going back through all of my notes. And I went back. I've kept notes from, gosh, I won't say every day since weight loss surgery, but I did for quite a while on weight loss, or after my weight loss surgery, on my bariatric pal app. And I just recently, y'all, and I had weight loss surgery in 2020. I just recently stopped tracking daily. It was just kind of a routine that I had got into. It wasn't like a thing where I said, oh, I've got to put everything that I ate in this app so I don't go over 1,200 calories or anything crazy like that. It was just a habit that I got into. And towards the end, when I stopped tracking every day on there, I was mainly, or more so, using it at that point to keep tracks of foods that I was having like adverse reactions to, like as far as like what was setting off dumping syndrome, because nausea is a big thing too after weight loss surgery, just like it is with GLP-1s and other medications. So I recently just got out of the habit of tracking every single thing, but I did have quite a bit of information in my bariatric pal, so I went back through that, went back through all my handwritten notes, and what I'm going to tell you about Mounjaro, I noticed in my notes were the same when it came with injection sites of Saxenda. Okay, so it's not just for me. These side effects that I'm going to talk about and the time that they would hit me wasn't or aren't just applying to Mounjaro. For me, they're just GLP-1 in general, I do believe. Put glasses back on because I can't see nothing without those. Okay, now first I'm going to tell you all the side effects that I generally have, okay? I always have one tired day, at least. Excuse me. Gosh. Okay, I always have one tired day. One day that my energy is higher than usual, like through the roof. Like her feet hit the floor and there's no stopping her today type of energy. A day that I wake up with a more noticeable headache. And I say that in that way because I have allergies. And it's pretty normal, especially this time of year, for me to, wake up or, get a slight headache throughout the day. not anything that I feel like I need to grab some Tylenol for. It's manageable, but I just, it just happens. But on this day the day that I'm talking about, it's enough for me to take Tylenol. I used to take a leave, but you're not supposed to take NSAIDs after weight loss surgery. I'm 4 years out. I don't know if that is like all the time thing, like the rest of my life. I can't remember what my surgeon said. But if you've had weight loss surgery, let me know in the comments while I'm thinking about it. Because I'll forget to look at it later probably. If the no NSAID deal is for life or just so long after weight loss surgery. Because I know somebody else who had weight loss surgery and she takes ibuprofen now. And she's out about 6 years from surgery. So let me know in the comments, please. Okay, and I have a night that I absolutely toss and turn and cannot go to sleep for nothing. I have belly cramps and nausea. Okay, now I'll talk about the nausea first because that is something that I've experienced with every injection site, but just at random. There's not really a rhythm to when I'm going to get nausea. Some days I can eat, okay, like I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I woke up hungry, which was fine, because I was more active the day before, so I knew I would have a little more hunger, medication or not. I just knew it was going to probably be a thing, which I'm fine with. Again, my goal, if you've heard me say in past videos, is not to never feel hungry. We need to eat, y'all. You need to be eating something, like something, okay? Because we're trying to lose weight, not die, okay? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not, but we ain't trying to kick the bucket to lose weight, okay? Don't be just doing this to be like casket sharp or anything, okay? But yesterday I woke up hungry, ate a Nutri-Grain bar, and it was fine. Same thing today. I ate the same Nutri-Grain bar. Well, it was a different flavor, but I don't think that really matters. 2 bites and I felt sick. So let's just go ahead and get the nausea thing out of the way because there's no rhyme or reason to that. And that is just a random spur of the moment. Hey, I think that we need to feel sick right now due to this food you just ate for no apparent reason at all. Let's just do it, okay? It just comes, but it goes fast. I've never had a day that I have been nausea from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed. Knocking on wood, thank God. Okay, so got that one out of the way because that's like applies to every injection site. So what I want to talk about first is the belly. There's somebody else texting me. I don't know if there's a way I can. Oh yeah, the next time I do this, I'll turn off my Wi-Fi on my phone. But let's just keep rolling since we're rolling. Because I don't have cell service where I live, so if my Wi-Fi's out, they can't get a hold of me. Y'all, sometimes I'll be unplugging that shit just because I need a minute. I ain't even gonna lie. My kids are watching. Love you. Mom loves you. But sometimes I just need a minute. Okay. In my stomach, which Google says is typically the best area for a subcutaneous injection as far as absorption goes. And this is only with my belly injection that I experienced this. Within an hour, I'm having stomach cramps. Like, this might sound gross to some people, but you know how your stomach feels when you first feel like a stomach virus, if you've ever had a stomach flu or something like that coming on, just that cramp, like, do I have to go spend some time with myself alone in the bathroom, or what's going to happen here in a minute, let me just stay close to home type thing. That happens to me within an hour after injecting in my belly. But that does not happen to me in any other injection site, in the arm or the thigh. No belly cramps. It happened to me the day after my first 2.5 shot, not hours later. But those loading doses are kind of, like, I wouldn't really judge how your whole GLP-1 journey is going to be from those loading doses, because everything's changed for me, okay? And it may or may not for you, but just give it some time if you're just starting out, and see how it goes. But now, if you're having like some serious side effects, like you got blood coming out one end or both, like, you need to just lay down the pen, sis. Lay down the pen and find another way, okay? It ain't that serious, okay? Okay, in my belly. The day that I have trouble sleeping. Now, all these side effects that I'm about to talk about now are the same, but they hit me on different days, okay? I have trouble sleeping on day 3. My tired day is day 4, which I didn't even notice that my tired day was falling after my trouble sleeping day, okay? Which, I mean, you're probably like, well, duh, but no, I would eventually fall asleep, and I would get good sleep once I fell asleep, and I'll sleep later. Like, I'm talking, like, if I fall asleep at 5, I'm probably asleep till 11:30. I mean, so I sleep. It's just different hours than what I, would like to sleep, okay? But then all that day, even though I may sleep 8 hours, I have trouble staying awake that whole day, okay? So then my headache day is day 5. I went back again. Every injection, it's been like clockwork. I wrote it down in a journal that I have in there, a fitness journal in my office. Every time I've injected in my belly, the day that I had that noticeable headache has been day 5. And then that day of energy that I've mentioned, where like it's just through the roof. Every time I've injected in the belly, it's been on day 6. And as I was going back through my notes, I thought all this was really interesting. Okay, so now let's move on to my thighs, okay? The side effect that I had in my legs only have been leg cramps. The day of my injection, within a few hours, I'd say, and the day after. And I don't know why, but it doesn't matter if I inject in my right thigh or my left thigh. Both thighs ache. I don't know why, but according to my notes, that has happened every time I've injected into my thigh. And this goes, again, back to November of last year when I was on Saxenda, okay? My trouble sleeping day with the thighs is day 3. So, like clockwork, just different days. Or no. Actually, I'm telling you wrong. My days with my belly and my thigh are the same. The only difference is the leg cramps. The trouble sleeping day, 3. Tired day, 4. Headache day, 5. Energy day, 6. Yeah, all those are the same. I just noticed that. Okay, now let's talk about the arms for a minute. I've heard people mention things on here about injecting in your arm, and the only thing I caught was them saying, let's see if what they say about the arm is true, type thing. But I couldn't find what are they saying about the arm. I don't know. Somebody fill me in, because I'm not sure. And I mean, what they might be saying is what I'm about to tell you with my experience when injecting in the arm. Every single time with Mounjaro and Saxenda. The side effect that I've noticed that I have with my arm only is skin sensitivity. I mentioned in, I don't think it was my last video, I think it was the Mounjaro update video before my last one, I'm pretty sure. I was having some skin sensitivity. And I had said, that I have some autoimmune issues, but I think everybody has some kind of autoimmune disorder or potential to develop one nowadays. It seems so anyway. But it scared me, is what I'm trying to say, because I thought, well, is this shot related, or is something else going on, or is the shot like setting something off with the autoimmune? I wasn't sure, because and I don't even know what is the word, neuropathy. I don't know if that's a genetic thing, but there's people in my family that had that. Myalgia, however you say that, and I know that involves some pain. Not sure if that one is to do with the skin, but look, I was like, I'm not going to be aching from head to toe just because, my pants leg is brushing up against my skin when I walk, and it's not painful to the point to where I'm like trying to walk around naked or anything, God no, but just a discomfort that I'm like, ugh, it's just annoying. And like I've had to take my watch off because my watch was causing my skin to just kind of ache and just be sensitive to the touch. So I had mentioned that I'm like, I'm gonna call my doctor and ask her about this, because if this is something that's, going to be a serious thing, I'm done. Like we're not doing all that just to hit a go away. No, well, I ain't doing that. But I said in my last video that it went away. Okay, so I went back through my notes, and that video, the day that I posted that video, was my new shot day. Guess where I gave my shot? That day where my husband gave me my shot, in my arm, and then my skin started hurting, same as it was before. So I went back through my notes and I thought, well, that only happens when I inject in the arm. Weird, but true. Okay. And the things with the arm are, again, other than that one different side effect, the side effects are the same, but they happen quicker. Instead of day 3, no, wait a minute. Or instead of day 3, being the day that I have trouble sleeping, I have trouble sleeping on shot day when I inject in my arm. My tired day, instead of day 4 with my belly and thigh, the arm, it's day 2. Okay? And the day that I notice a more noticeable headache, instead of day 5, like the belly and leg, I've been saying belly and arm, ain't I? Or no, I said thigh. Belly and thigh, headache day is day 5, and my arm, it's day 3. Then my energy boosted day, instead of being day 6, the belly with the belly and thigh, it's day 4 in the arm. And that's why I talked about the bioavailability first in this video, because even though Google and the likes of say that the belly is typically the best spot to give a subcutaneous injection when it comes to absorption, I don't feel like that's necessarily the case for me. And because I've only heard bits and pieces of people saying things like, well, let's see if what they say about the arm is true, I feel like it might not be the case for other people. If that is even, what they're saying, if they're noticing side effects quicker or stronger with the arm. Now, my side effects from each injection site are not worse with one or the other. Just quicker. They hit me quicker with the arm. And today is Friday. I'm 2 days out from my next shot. And I've noticed, like I said, yesterday and today, I woke up hungry. I don't know if that's anything to do with the shot in my arm, everything hitting quicker, and maybe it, my body excreting it, like in the steps that I talked about in bioavailability. I'm having a hot flash. And my body's excreting it quicker, and so it's wearing off. Or if it's got anything to do with the fact that I've been deep cleaning and spring cleaning my house for the past 3 days or so. I don't know. My step count has been about the same. But if you wear a fitness watch, you probably know that you could be in one area, like at your sink scrubbing something, because you don't wear your watch on your dominant hand that I scrub with. So that's not counting as steps. Even though I'm working and I'm exerting energy and I'm burning calories, the watch is not picking it up as activity because I'm standing in one place. So that's been the case. I've been deep cleaning my laundry room and my kitchen. Definitely been exerting some energy, but it's not showing on a step count per se. Okay. So I don't know, maybe that has something to do with the increased hunger in the last few days. I don't know. Now, the hunger, I do experience like a hungry day with each injection site, but I didn't list that because they've all been different. Like different days with the same injection site. Like maybe one time I injected in my belly and I felt hungrier on day 3. Then the next time I injected on my belly, I felt my hungriest on day 5. So there was really no, pattern with that. So I didn't write that down. But one of the things, I don't know why I lay my glasses down, like I can see anything on this paper without them. One of the factors that I listed and that I found on the internet with the absorption rate of a subcutaneous injection was the local available space of the injection site. Okay. Well, I mean, I think your typical person has a smaller arm than belly. I mean, that's just how our body's designed. So I don't understand just at a glance why the belly is considered better in comparison to the arm. I don't have an answer for that, but you would think that because that is one of the factors and that there's less space in your arm than there is in your stomach, that your arm would be the preferred or better place. But Google says no. But for me, I feel like, I know that it's more bioavailable in my body at a faster pace in my arm than it is my belly or my thigh. And something else that popped in my head and that I wondered, and that's this is actually one reason why this video is going up today on Friday instead of Thursday, like I said, because this question that I'm about to share with you, I wanted an answer to, and so I went on Real Self and posted the question, and I hadn't got an answer as of yesterday. Still no answer today from any doctor. But I thought I don't want to go, through the weekend and not put this video up because I already said that I would talk to you guys about this. My question was, I didn't write down my exact question how I worded it on there, but basically I'm wondering if the fact that I had a tummy tuck can alter the rate of absorption or the bioavailability of a subcutaneous injection in my stomach. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't think I should be injecting in my stomach. I know that it's fine. And I know that there's still fat there. There definitely is. But could it be altered in any way? Because I had the tummy tuck and I'm like 2 years out, but I don't have all the feeling back in my stomach yet. So I'm wondering if that could play a role as to why I'm feeling things quicker in my arm or my stomach, or is everybody just experiencing things quicker or stronger in the arm? I don't know. I didn't get an answer, but when and if I do, I'll make sure to share that with you guys. But I just thought that that was interesting. The thing that I find most interesting is that there is at least one side effect that I've noticed that I have that's just with each injection site and not with the other sites. I would have thought that if I'm going to have, a side effect, I'm going to have it no matter where I inject, but I don't know if I'm just weird that way, or if that's normal. Let me know in the comments if that's the case for you all. I know, you shouldn't compare your journey to everybody else's, but it's okay to compare notes and see, is this similar? Are you having the same experience that I'm having? Is this normal? When I say don't compare, I'm like, what I really mean is don't beat yourself up if Jane has lost 100 pounds and you've only lost 12. Like, it's okay. It's like, we're not running a race, okay? This is not like for me anyway, I should say, not like I'm trying to, drop 5 pounds before a high school reunion or something type of thing. I'm just trying to approach this with a more relaxed approach than I have in the past. Because I feel like in the past, I just unnecessarily stressed myself out over, weight loss and certain size of jeans not fitting me or whatever. And stress increases cortisol. So I was kind of just like a hamster running on a wheel, just going no damn where. Okay. And it's took me time to learn, y'all. It's just been recent that I've just been like, let me just, cut my body some slack, because I've put her through a lot lately. Like even overall, like I've had 4 kids. I know there's people that's had more. My weight has been up and down. I've had multiple surgeries, like necessary surgeries. And then I've had some elective surgeries with the gastric sleeve and then the tummy tuck, and let me just give her a break, okay, and not throw in this, oh, well, let's just stress out if we are not, 150 pounds by summer. If I'm not at my goal weight by summer, this is the first year that I'm saying this, like probably ever in my life. I'm still going to put on a bathing suit and I'm going to go out there and lay by my pool. And I'm not going to give a rat's ass about it, okay? I'm going to do it. Now, I might have a cover up on, but I'm going to be out there enjoying my pool, playing with my grandkids, and I'm going to not think about or beat myself up, I should say, because I didn't reach my goal weight this summer again. But if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. Because I really think that when you add the stress in on top of everything else, that being obese, morbidly obese, which I was, now I'm just considered, I think I fall in the overweight category still. That's stress enough on your body. Okay, that causes enough health issues that I know it's hard to do, easy to say, but if we can just take that mental aspect and dial it back a little bit, or those negative things is what I'm trying to say, and show yourself some grace, as they say. I know that's like a cliche thing these days, but I don't know how else to put it. Just cut yourself some slack is how I say it in real life. So that's how I'm gonna say it to you. But yeah, it'll be okay. It'll be all right. We can have a hot mom summer and not be at our goal weight. Let's just do it and get in that mindset, okay? So that was my big spiel, I guess is how you say it, with the injection sites and the differences. Again, do your own research. I'm not a medical provider or licensed in any way. This was just me sharing my personal experience with you and what the rabbit trails that Google took me on, okay? So if this is the case for you, any of this is the same for you, please let me know in the comments so that I at least know that it's, I hate using the word normal because everybody's normal is different, but common, if it's a common thing, let me know. And yeah, let's just keep on this journey, whether it be slow or fast. Just keep on. We'll get there. We'll get there together. But I hope everybody is doing well, and I'll see you in a few days with a weight loss update. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and do that and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in a few days.